Family 706, Breeder with alopecia. I just wanted to tap in with y'all and introduce a new segment that's gonna happen every single Saturday. It's gonna be cooking with 706. I'm gonna have special guests on. We're gonna have open discussions about marriages, everything that you can think of being married. And it's gonna be just talking about everything, the happiness, the good times, the arguments. But we also gonna have a time by cooking with it though. We already got a special menu set up for this Saturday. We're gonna do some in-house pizzas and just talk about it, and have a great time doing it. I just thought about it. I did my first segment this past Saturday. I did some ribs, and it actually turned out real well. And I'm gonna keep it going, but it's gonna be a Q&A type of thing, speaking with married couples, and got a few questions, and just have a good time, laugh about it, and what we all like to do, y'all, is eat good food. So I got my special guest already lined up for this Saturday. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. When they tune in, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves to y'all, to my community, and let them feel it out. But I just really wanted to tap in today and really reach out and say, man, new segment alert. I know this seems like it's last minute, but it's really not. Cause I enjoy cooking. That's my side thing I like to do. What's up, brother? I was just explaining to my community about it was good. I was just explaining to my community today about our new segment over here in the 706 household, about cooking with the 706 family, and just having a good time with it. And how I was telling them about, we got special guests coming, and we're going to sit down and talk about marriage and, quick 6-7 questions, and just have an open discussion as a married couple, you know what I'm saying? And just have a great time doing it, man. And you know what everybody else like to do? They like to eat. So, we got to enjoy eating too, and have each other's point of views about it. What's up, Fluff? How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by, Fluff. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fluff. Hey, I was just telling my people in my community, it's gonna be a new segment on Saturdays. It's gonna be called Cooking with the 706 family, Breeder with alopecia. And I'm gonna have special guests and everything else on my channel and stuff like that. Then we just gonna have a good time. Married couples just talking it out, cooking, and letting the ladies judge it all the way around. Let the wives judge it all the way around. Everybody just tapping in. My day's going good, thank you. How about yours? Thank you for tapping in too. Thank you so much. Once again, this is All in the Family 706, Breeder with alopecia. Having a great time, and I'm just introducing my new segment that I got coming out on Saturdays, every single Saturday. I've been trying to fix up a poster as we speak, but it's gonna be in the good works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate that. Let them know, Fluff. Let them know, Fluff. Yeah, but the segment's gonna be nice, man. I got a couple questions already written out. We just gonna do probably about 5 or 6 questions, and married couples, them questions can go for a long time. You know what I mean? So we just gonna have a good time cooking good food, talking about it, and just having a great time as married people, for everybody. So that's the new segment, and I just want everybody to tap in and come through and support the vibe, man, because that's gonna be every Saturday, different menus, different people. Everything else gonna be different. Mom Dukes is gonna come through y'all for y'all and cook up some German cuisine for y'all. I was a head chef at one point, so I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve, and I'm gonna take y'all along with me on everyday Saturday. And then, the rest of the days is strictly business. We just our day as married couples to have a good time and just understand, that it's possible to start a business and being married at the same time, because you need that other half to get everything started. You need a good support system. So, this is just that time to show our wives and they show us understanding and thanks for what we do. As in saying we do the same for them. We just like to have a good time doing it. And I just want to have people that's positive around, and that's what we got coming on. Positivity. Saturdays is just gonna be a fun talk and open discussion, and then of course, we're gonna turn up a little bit in between there as we go through. The giggles gonna come through every now and then. I may throw on a wig or something like that just to show y'all like just to make people laugh or something like that. You don't never know. We just have a good time. This is who I am. I can be a character at sometimes. I can make people laugh. Real hilarious, you know what I mean? But how's everyone else doing today? That was basically it. That's why I came on live today, really just to introduce. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. People really gonna tune in, and really gonna stick through. Because, it's gonna be nice, man. That's just something I wanted to do, just to add a little twist to my page a little bit, just to show them the step by step. Don't be ashamed of yourself at the same time. You who you are. That's just it. So why not? And then we starting up a business, so everybody got the same mindset. And then of course with me and my dogs, so why not entwine everything? And I like to cook. So why not just turn it into a segment, married couples? You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. You going to be good. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm working though. I'm working. This takes time. What's up, Protect? What's going on, brother? What's going on? It takes time. Like I was explaining to certain people. Like I was explaining to sis. It's still when I fall back and I stumble on and saying the same thing, it's because of I get lost for words, and I guess my excitement, but I'm calming down as I speak now. And I'm thinking things out, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to work on it. I just be excited, and sometimes I just get lost for words. I think I need to start writing it down on what I want to say. What's going on? What's going on, Star 251? How's your day? What's going on? I was just saying about our new segment that we got coming up on this page. We're gonna have some guest people showing up, cooking with us, and everything else, and we just gonna have a good time. Just married couples, just cooking, and our ladies gonna be judging it, and just gonna have a good time. I appreciate that, and happy birthday too. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Thank you so much. That's what y'all doing right now? Y'all grooming the pups? Yes, sir. Yes. Happy birthday. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Over there, how the pups doing? How the puppies doing? I'm trying to get there. I still have a lot to grow. But I do appreciate the compliment, and thank you so much. It's still an upward hill battle. But thank you for the sub, and thank you for that compliment, though. That means a lot. Thank you. It's gonna take some time to get me to that point. Man, Predict. Heavy. I should let you figure up Star one time to let you see what's heavy. Compact, 22 pounds. Pure muscle. That's heavy. It's like a brick when you pick her up. Like, is there. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that's heavy. She right here by my foot too. She don't want to leave my side, man. She don't want to leave my side over there. Yeah. Oh, and also, y'all, merch is coming through real soon, y'all. I'm that's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm gonna let that be, and I'm gonna let y'all see what's in the works. Jesus Christ, Stella's close to 30 pounds. She don't look it though. She upper deck. She does not look it. She does not look it. She looks good, and I ain't no G's 26, but your Frenchies are. How old are your Frenchies now? How old are they? I know. I know. Hey, man, that muscle weight carry a lot of weight. I tell you that much. That muscle weight carry a lot of weight. That muscle weight carries a lot of weight. But you know that's healthy dogs though. That's healthy dogs though. And that's good owners knowing what we doing with our dogs, for what we feeding them and stuff like that. And I was just telling sis today about I'm glad I started talking about food. That new supplement. Yeah, hey, send me that information too, bro. If you don't mind. You know how to get in contact with me. Yeah, I was talking with sis today about that, right? I'm gonna have to switch it up. Like sis was recommending some Greek yogurt or something. And I'm gonna introduce that to her. Because I think she's getting tired of pumpkin. So I'm gonna have to once every 7 days for right now so I can check her out. You know what I'm saying? Just a little pinch. You know what I mean? Just to try it out. Yeah, she getting tired of pumpkin and I guess it's too much repetitive, so I'm gonna have to change that on up. You know what I mean? Hey, Upper Deck, you up next too with this food thing too. I'm telling you. From sardines. Oh, for real? So you use that as a topper or you just give it to them as a snack? Let me ask you that. Like, do you cut it up for them on their food or do you just. I never heard that before. Ah. So the same, so it's about the same like I use for the salmon oil, basically, right? That's what you're saying. Almost similar. If I'm wrong, you could tell me, brother. Believe me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. You know, if I'm wrong, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so is salmon oil just as good in the food? You know, I'm learning. So, oh, I know you true to it. I know you true to it. Okay. So I'm going in the right direction, basically. So I'm heading in that right direction where I need to go with. Yeah. You right though, bro. Yeah, you true to the game now. I'm still learning the game, but I'm catching on though. I'm catching on. I'm telling you. But yeah, oh JD, you gonna have to come tap in Saturday too. We got cooking with the 706. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I got cooking with the 706. Yeah, it's gonna be a turn up session, you know. We got some special guests coming too. Yeah, wait to see. Okay, thank you. You know, I'm sticking with it. You know what I mean? I like the product. I think the product is awesome. You know, I see a difference. You know, just by using it. I mean, I see why people say it's good for the cold and the skin. I mean, I can see it. It brings it out. Cause her coat is shiny. But I start giving it to the bigger dogs too, and they love it too, though. You know, they love it too. I guess because it's different. So they show enough munching on it. Yeah. But I just wanted to tap in and let people know in my community about on Saturdays on what we got coming up. It needs to be wild caught fish oil though. Yeah, it is. It's wild caught salmon oil. Yeah, I use that. You ever heard about that Zesty Paws? I don't know. You use that product? You ever use that product? Yeah, Zesty Paws. That's what I use. I had to get the big bottle though with the pump on it, cause the little bottle, man, they wanted 30 some dollars for it until I found it on Amazon with the big bottle for $16. I was like, they doubling their price down here at the stores for that bottle. That's ridiculous. That they actually doing that to people. But I see why people shop on Amazon though. That is why, because you find it cheaper on Amazon than you do in the store. So I understand why people shop at. It just sucks for us because we delivery drivers and we have to deliver all that stuff. That's the bad part. You know, I work for UPS, so I had to throw that in. And my brother paid, he works for Amazon. So, you know, we don't want to have to deliver all that stuff. But I understand why, though. Yeah, I understand completely why. It's rough out here. Especially when you come up to a house that got 10 boxes and nothing but Amazon boxes. Oh my goodness. And they stay up on the incline. And them boxes weigh about 20 pounds a piece. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah. $32 in the store. I seen it in Walmart. I saw it at a pet store out here at Pet Senses. They wanted $29.99 for it. Upper Deck. $29.99 for a small bottle like this though. Upper, a small bottle, $29.99. But after I told my wife that I bought that one time, we looked on Amazon and found the big bottle with the pump on it. That was awesome for $16. Yes, sir. Can't get better than that. But man, how's your day today though? Yeah. Yeah, that's because remember that's what we said earlier about giving the raw that raw meat. You have to go up with a stronger dewormer, right? See, I pay attention. You named two of them, but you say you had to go up to a stronger dosage because of the raw diet, right? If I'm understanding that right. Which is cool. I mean that's not bad. That's not bad because you paying for what you was bulking them up. You know what I mean? So it's not bad. I mean, raw meat diet. I mean, I done seen bigger though. It's not cool. It's not though. I mean, I get it. I get it. The pricing is high, but the world we live in now, man, everything is going up in store. But Amazon has it for cheaper though. You know what I mean? Like the only thing sucks is me and my brother have to deliver all that. We have to deliver it. Hey, that's I mean, look though upper deck though at the same time. Those are like our kids though, you know what I mean? So sometimes we put our kids before us, and that's how we was raised, brother. You know, that's how we was raised. Our kids and wives come before we do. We sit back in the back seat and let the wives and the kids ride. And that's what it is. That's what it is, upper deck. And that's all it is. And I take back seats to everything. Listen, it's four females, my wife, and Dora, Star, and Faith. Those are my three kids, and then it's just me and JoJo. So me and JoJo just takes the back seat on things. Hey, the daughters do. They do it all the time, and we fall for it. Just like that's what happens. That's what happens, man. Our daughters and wives, but that's why we got the love we got, though. That's why we got the love we got, and that's why we got the support. Upper deck. That's the support system, though. They know that our wives and daughter know that we take the back seat, but that's why they so supportive on our vision. You know what I mean? And that's why our wives are so eager to get into what we're doing. They know that we put them, first as they supposed to. But they repay us by saying, I'm gonna support your mission on what God told you to do. And JD, you doing upper deck, you doing a phenomenal job, brother. Upper deck, phenomenal. Keep up the good work. When I be on live with Sissy, brother, you, Holiday Bullet, man, I just take a back seat. I take a back seat, man, and I just be listening and absorbing it all. But y'all talk some good languages. That's a tough road to keep up with right there, my brother. You know, hey, that's my mission to get the bite where he's sitting at, where our brother's sitting at. But man, it's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's super tough. My brother up there. Top of the moot type of stuff. You know what I mean? Top of the moot type of stuff. we baby stepping up there. That's what he said. Hey, it's coming though. It's coming, upper deck. That foundation of male coming. I feel him coming. He's coming real soon. Believe me. Believe me, bro. He knocking at the door. He knocking at the door. You think he gonna be nervous when you Now that's a good topic though. Starting up a breeding business. Would you prefer your first dog to be a male or female? And why? That's a good thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Cause I'm starting my program with 2 females. I'm gonna start my program with 2 females. So that's where I think that's where I'm a decide on what I want to keep from then on. So, but I know down the line I am gonna need a male in my camp though. I just don't know. How old is Stella? Star about to be 9 months. She's young. And how old is Stella? They right when is Stella turning 9 months? Star is March 2nd. Her birthday is it was June 2nd, her birthday. Yours is older by a day. About 1 day, brother. You got her by a day. But man. But Stella looks good, brother. Stella looks real. Stella looks phenomenal. Your male does too, though. So, you're doing a phenomenal job. Upper Deck, you're doing a phenomenal job. I'm telling you. Keep up that good work. Stella looks phenomenal, don't she, brother? She looks phenomenal to be 8 months. She looks phenomenal. We working. We working. We working. Yeah. Yeah. She will be. She will be. She'll be ready to go. Come here. Close that. Let me ask you something. Do y'all Frenchies know how to open up doors? Come here. Yeah, she is. She is. Star and Stella, they right there neck and neck with each other. So yeah, they gonna be ready in a couple months, and yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be sleepless nights. Star's starting to use her paws and open up doors, bro. Like she learned that from Dora. She learned that from Dora. Right here. She learned that from Dora. Like I was telling brother and sister, they Star thinks she's a big dog. She thinks she's Dora size. For real. Oh, that's my right hand girl right there too. She don't allow nothing to go on with Star. Mm-mm. They wrestle and tumble with each other, and she the only one that can go out there in the yard, in the backyard. JoJo is not even allowed to step foot on that backyard, but Star is. That's the women thing. That's where, we take the seat back and just let them do what they got to do. Upper deck. That cool. Yeah, man. They got a real good connection. I mean, Star still has a lot of puppy in her, but she's changing though. I think she's getting to that age now where she's starting to learn how to wind it down a little bit and relax it and just stay cool. And that's what she's been doing. Like, starting to leave her out the kennel a little bit more now because she's not tearing up nothing like, teething phases or nothing like that. Just letting her have a good time. She's a wonderful dog. I mean, wonderful dog. Star's wonderful. And she's right here by my feet. Like right here, look. See? You good now? Okay. Okay. Polo is a loud what? I mean, she is too though. She can be, but she all of a sudden she changed though. I'm working on her. What's up, sis? I'm working on her, man. I appreciate that tapping in. What's going on, sis? What's going on? She do, doesn't she? But she look like Blue and Dream. She look like Blue and Dream at the same time, though. It's like a mix. Doesn't she? It's like a combination. All in one. It's scary. But she got Dream's body shape, though. Like, look. You know what I mean, brother? Yeah. Yeah. Upper Deck, I do appreciate that. Hey, did you see? Yeah, it's this the active one now. You saying hey? Yo, you wanna go out there with mama? Go ahead. Go ahead. Upper Deck Frenchies LLC. That's a catchy name, brother. That is a catchy name, brother. Boo. Sis be hooking it up. Sis be hooking it up. Man. Yeah. But yeah, so Polo, how old is Polo? Upper Deck, how old is Polo? Yeah. Yeah. Polo 6 months? Well, so when is the official time you can really start pulling the mail? Like, what is the proper time to pull a mail? Like, how old can he be to start pulling? I heard he could be 8 to 9 months. Is that true? So I was right, 8 to 9 months then, right? That's what I heard. Okay. See, interesting. See, these the kind of conversations that these the kind of questions I be having. Yeah, yeah. I told brother already. Hey, I told brother already. It's 2 times he gonna have to fly. I'm gonna have to fly him down here. My first session, breeding session, when she giving birth. Yep, he got to be here. Sis too. I pay for all four of them to come down. My nephew too, and the first time pulling. I'm flying all of them down to the 706. Absolutely, they're coming down. Yeah, because I got to see that physically, and brother and sis and my nephew. I mean, they can have my sis and wifey and our kids can go have a good time. Me and brother just be working. You know how that go. Yeah, most definitely. Upper Deck. Um, I just listen to my brother and I follow my brother lead and if he tell you got it, you got it. Like we talked on that phone one time. You grab that and do that and hey, it's possible. But I got to really see how it's done. You know what I mean? Thinking about actually a vet too one time. Gloves and bags. Facts. Yeah, they was talking. The sis and brother was talking about that. Excuse me, on the bags that they use. You know what I mean? So I'm for sure gonna have to sooner or later. When I get my first meal, I'm gonna for sure have already stuff in stock. So, and I'm gonna sure enough read about it too at the same time whilst I'm asking my brother questions. Cause I always asking questions is always good. So of course I'm gonna ask questions, but I think I don't want to hurt them at the same time when I first do it. You know what I mean? That'll be my first word if I be hurting them or something. Yeah, my wife is a Amazon fanatic, so my brother, we apologize for everybody that delivers for Amazon. If our wives order too much, we apologize. But I'm sorry about that, and she always tells me, "I'm sorry, babe, for ordering so much. If it comes through UPS, I apologize." Um, but yeah, if, but if they happy about ordering, just let them order. We just deliver, right, brother? That's all we do, right? That's all we can do. They happy, we're happy, and they smiling, we smiling. That's just it. The more, yeah, that's a fact. I wish that I could go live from working with UPS, but that is up under the clause working with UPS. You can't be really seen out with their uniforms on and everything else, man. They got such much stipulations behind it, you know. Like, to be honest, and that's why I cleaned up my page. Um, One of the big bosses called me one time about it. And they was like, all in the family 706, why are you in your uniform? I said, oh, okay. Time to clean it up. So that happened, and I don't want that to happen again. So, but yeah, so that's why, certain companies got different rules and regulations behind it. It's just weird. It's weird. But hey, JD, Upper Deck. My bad for calling you. Upper Deck. Um, so are you gonna use Polo as a stud, or are you gonna breed him off? You gonna use him as a stud, or you gonna with you gonna try to find another female for him and keep one off of that litter? See, with a male though, it's so many different directions you can go with a male, right? Having your first male, like we said on the phone, Upper Deck, it comes with, if you're gonna stud him out, you got to at least drop your first litter so people can see where he can drop. Yeah. So so what do you consider starting up your own kennel count? Starting off with a female, starting off with females, and then bringing a male in a little later, or getting you a male first? Let me ask y'all that. What do y'all consider starting up a kennel? Because I heard starting one up is always a good idea to start out with females first. Is that true? Okay. Okay. But like brother and sis said, there's a catch-22 because you need the female, but you also need a male to have for a female. So it's a catch-22 to that then, right? Like, and I guess that's why you say your preference, or what you want to base your kennel off, what you prefer. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. See, but I'm kind of like later on down the line. I really want to know when I want to introduce a male to my camp. But I guess God will let me know when that time is, right? Yeah, that's a fact too. That's a fact too. But you got to really, but you really got to put in the work then, right? With that stud, so you can really show them off then. And then you asking yourself, are you cheating yourself at the same time? With that stud, right? I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I'm assuming because if somebody don't know who you are, then they don't know. Then the pricing will be different, wouldn't it be? But I'm thinking about introducing me a male in about 2 years. Breed. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking about 2 to 3 years. I wanted to do my first male, or to see what I got coming off my litters. I may keep one or two of them off for a litter. I don't know yet. Depending. Depends. But I want to keep that bloodline rolling that I got coming, that I got going now. Short and compact structure, everything. You brother, I ain't good with emojis. I accidentally be hitting emojis, and I don't be knowing what they mean. I got you. I got you. You think you gonna cap your camp or kennel off at 4 dogs upper deck? You think you gonna cap it off and slow it down with 4 dogs? Two males and two females, and you gonna work from there? Five. What you gonna do with the fifth one? What you got going on with the fifth one? You gonna try to have three females and two males, basically. Oh, oh, an XL bully. That's gonna be different, but that's gonna be hard though. You been looking at some already? That's gonna be hard. You thinking about getting one real soon? No, I get that. I get that. People are acting kind of crazy right now, so I understand that part. I understand that part. XL bully. Oh my god, that's gonna be beautiful though. You already have. You already been talking with breeders with some that got some dropping real soon. That's gonna be tough though. That's gonna be tough. You gotta take some pictures. But hey y'all, I'm finna get ready to call it a night tonight. That's a hard limbo to go in. That's a hard direction to go in. That's a tough decision. That's a tough decision. That's a real tough decision. Like I said before, like I love my bulldogs. So if I would venture out to another line, it'll be like an English bulldog because they different, but they got similarities on certain points. As breeding aspects. So it wouldn't be a big major transition for me on the breeding style if I would ever dip into an English bulldog world. But still deal with the Frenchie side though too, like Frenchies and English bulldogs. But I couldn't go with no big dogs. English bulldogs is like big enough for me. They short, compact, smushed in faces. So, but it got the similarities come in at with breeding wise. You have to do the same thing. The only thing different about certain DNA aspects is a little different on English bulldogs than it is Frenchies. But other than that, it's they about the same. They about the same. Yeah, if you from the country, yeah, I get it. I get it. You want you a big dog on the ground. And big dogs is fun to have. Like I said, I got the black German Shepherd. She's big, but she's very protective, but she's friendly as I don't know what. I don't even see why people would be scared of her, but I guess because she's so massive and so big, she comes off scary. So, but yeah, but that'll be further on down the line though. That won't be even nothing. That'll be something when me and my wife daughter get a little older, so we could introduce her own little wave on what she want to do with dogs. Cause she love the dogs to death. But that'll be something on her end. Well, I think she'll love the English bulldogs. Cause they're laid back a little bit, and our daughter is super laid back, so that'll fit in real good with her. So, but yeah. That's the move. That will be the move, but that'll move be way down the line. I mean, 15 years from now. Cause I love my Frenchies, and I always did. So I'm gonna stick with the Frenchies. So let me ask you this, Upper Deck. What you think about all these new waves that they throwing in, flutos and all this? Do you think that messes up the DNA genes in Frenchies and think that messes up stuff? Introducing other dogs to the Frenchie world, like a Fluto? Because if I'm understanding, there are different variants of Flutos. Some are bigger and they haven't got the genes down for it to really be shrunken in as a Frenchie. It still takes after I'm assuming the miniature poodle or poodles, but they pulling the gene off of that. It's weird. It's wild. It's wild. Oh man, get tired, brother. I ended up running 150 stops today and getting off at 5:45. Yesterday I ran 160 stops and got off at 5:45. This is wild, bro. And then they got a nerve to sit down and say people ain't ordering no, it's slow right now. I'm about to, man. I'm about to. I'm so tired, but I just wanted to reach out to my community, on what Saturday's gonna be like. We just gonna just tune in, man. It's gonna be an exciting moment. It's gonna be cooking with the 706 fam. That's just a little title right now, but it's another title that I'm gonna throw on it. But just stay tuned, and I'm gonna have a flyer sent out tomorrow. It will be out on the page. So from all that being said, this is All in the Family 706, Breeder with alopecia, tuning in just to give y'all that public service announcement. But I'm out of here for the night. The big CEO is tired. And the other CEO is tired too. So we're going to call it a night. So y'all have a blessed and humble night tonight. And I just want to say from all of us, we love y'all. Peace.